So I'm scrolling on YouTube and I see that yet again, the genius thumbnail A/B tester has struck again. Nick DiGiovanni is the god of A/B testing his thumbnails. Every time you go on his channel, he will have changed out at least 3 or 4 thumbnails, and most of the time, those new thumbnails are bangers. And it's crazy. I mean, look at this video here. This video, 61 million views. It is crushing. It is the 3rd highest video on his channel. Yet, he's still changing out the thumbnails. It's crazy. For context, the original thumbnail was this 2-panel here, and then they were like, let's keep testing. And the logic is actually really smart. See, a while back, I did a bunch of A/B testing on a couple YouTubers' back catalog, and what I found was really interesting. It actually gets you way more views than changing the thumbnail on a flop. And if you think about it, it makes sense. If a video has already crushed with a mediocre thumbnail, then when you change it to a really good thumbnail or a new one that's maybe a bit better, of course it's gonna pop off and get you more views. Versus if a video flopped, maybe because of click issues or the idea was bad or the retention was bad, there's a lot more variables here that maybe you have to overcome or that you can't overcome. That's what I've seen has done well. And so this is something that's actually really cool to see, is Nick DiGiovanni switching out thumbnails. And sometimes the thumbnails are okay, like, you know, this thumbnail I wouldn't say is the greatest, but it looks like it beat the previous one. But the cool thing here is that it's a test. If the thumbnail doesn't win the test, it just goes back to the original one. But if it wins, you're now getting more views or you have a new learning for what does well on YouTube. And so Nick DiGiovanni is so goated with changing thumbnails that even Mr. Beast and Ryan Trahan are copying him. Mr. Beast is now starting to change more thumbnails. He's not doing it at the rate and scale that DiGiovanni is doing it, but he's starting to do it more. And for this video called I Survived in a Cave for 7 Days, he went from this angle to this angle, testing out something else. And I think it won because they haven't changed it. I don't think it's testing anymore. But this more realistic style is doing pretty well. Granted, too, it's also just a better thumbnail. The tension here of him being stuck and there's water up to his neck is way more interesting than this, which kind of uses hole theory. If you don't know what hole theory is, it's the fact that holes do well in thumbnails for some reason. So that's one. Another one he just tested is this one over here. He kind of did a string of testing and then settled on this one. And then just recently, he's tested this one right here. So Jesse James West, this one over here. And I think that his giants look way bigger. The contrast between him and the giants is better than what Mr. Beast is doing over here, right? Like he comes up to their shoulders versus Jesse James West is like smaller than them. And also, if you notice, the upwards angle that the camera's shooting at is actually really smart. It makes everybody seem bigger. It makes the giants seem way bigger. Also, I think he edited himself. He's not that small, obviously. Yeah. Also, I feel like the robot, little tangent, looks like the mascot for the NFL on like Fox and CNBC. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe that's AI just kind of like grabbing images from that as the source, and that's why it looks like that. But I thought that was kind of funny. But Mr. Beast is not the only one A/B testing as well. Ryan Trahan is doing it too. Mr. Ryan is A/B testing thumbnails as well. And I think it's cool because it shows kind of how his brain works. I've been kind of getting used to like his normal style, which has kind of gotten overdone in my opinion. But he's coming out with these bangers. I mean, this one was meh. This one was sick. Whole theory yet again, may I add. But this is awesome. He's testing, again, a more zoomed out style. Ryan is testing out new styles and they are actually winning. This thumbnail is just a banger in my opinion. And it's cool because Ryan's doing something different that the other guys aren't, which is that I feel like he's testing a theory. If you look at the thumbnails he's A/B testing, a lot of the time he's going from thumbnails that have a big close-up of his face and he's testing out more zoomed out options, right? This one is more zoomed out and it won. If we go down to another one he A/B tested, this one is more zoomed out as well. This one is more zoomed out too. This one is more zoomed out. Now, just being more zoomed out perhaps is not the learning here. You know, these could be winning just because they're fresh. It's kind of revitalizing the video because people are like, dang, a new Ryan Trahan video. But I think what I'm kind of paying attention to here is I'm trying to see like, yo, do we even need Ryan's face in the thumbnail? Because if you think about it, at a certain point, it becomes a limiting factor. You know, once his audience and everybody who knows who Ryan Trahan has watched or seen the video is being shown to people who don't know him. And is his face really adding that much? Yes, faces can be good, but at the end of the day, you want to go for the most intriguing thing possible. And in this case, I think not showing his face so we can zoom out and show a massive shaft, a massive hole, I think, crazy, I think is interesting. So anyways, your takeaway here should be if you have the resources, if you are already crushing views, you should be A/B testing in order to get more views, but more importantly, to get learnings. When you're A/B testing on back catalog, you can get learnings that you can implement for new videos to get higher high. Peace.